Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our 19th White Coat Ceremony for the Dental College of Georgia at Augusta University. This event has become one of the most meaningful traditions for the Dental College of Georgia. We're happy to announce that this ceremony is being live streamed for those of you who could not attend. I also would like to bring greetings from Dr. Young to all of you. Unfortunately, she is unable to be here today, but sends her warmest congratulations to the class of 2024. Thank you. It is my pleasure to welcome special guests, families, faculty, and our honored guests, the class of 2024. Thank you for coming today as we enthusiastically introduce the students to our beloved profession. The presentation of these white coats symbolizes the professionalism and the ethical behavior the practice of dentistry demands. Before we begin, please allow me the opportunity to thank Mrs. Kim Thompson and Ms. Amy Tarpley. They have both worked diligently to ensure that today would be professional and meaningful in every way. They, and particularly Dr. Kim, has spent hours behind the scenes communicating with the theater, with the caterer, and ordering the white coats to ensure this day is perfect for our students. I cannot thank them enough. Let's give them a round of applause. And I also want to thank Ms. Stephanie Perry and Ms. Kalila Mosley for their help with passing out programs and being here to be supportive today. So thanks to everybody who's had a part in that. I continue to be grateful for Dr. Kevin Frazier and his commitment to this ceremony and to the Dental College of Georgia. Our white coat ceremony has become a special tradition because of Dr. Frazier's involvement from the beginning. I also want to thank the Georgia chapters of the American College of Dentists and the International College of Dentists, both outstanding organizations whose members espouse and represent professionalism and ethical behavior. They provided the white coats for our new professionals and helped fund the reception as well. Each of these organizations has encouraged this ceremony and provided ongoing financial support to ensure the success of today, and we're grateful to them. I also want to thank the Dental College of Georgia Alumni Association and the Georgia Dental Association for their continued support of our school, our students, and our alumni. Let's thank all those people. I also want to thank Jake Carter, the senior class vice president, and Jamisa Patel, senior class secretary. They're going to assist with putting the white coats on today, so we're grateful to them as well. I'm very thankful to Shirley at Tastefully Done for catering this event, and to David Russell, our photographer this afternoon. Thanks, David, for always doing such a great job. So one more thank you to everybody, and then we'll move on. Lots of people to thank. Takes a village, right? I would also like to recognize our special guest for today, Dr. Brooks Keel, the president of Augusta University. We're very honored to have Dr. Keel with us today. Thank you, Dr. Keel. Dr. Zachary Powell, the president of the Georgia Dental Association, and his wife, Elizabeth Powell. Thank you for being here. Dr. Kate Robinson, the DCG 2022 Distinguished Alumna and graduate of the class of 1990, and her husband, Dr. Robbie Robinson. Thank you very much for being here. Dr. Brad Greenway, who is the regent for the International College of Dentists, and his wife, Joellen. Thank you guys for being with us today. And Dr. Bill Bashan, who is the section chair for the the Georgia section of the American College of Dentists, and one of our beloved faculty members. So thank you. Thanks to all of you. Now I ask you to join me in recognizing Dr. Kevin Frazier, the Dental College of Georgia Vice Dean and originator of the Dental College of Georgia White Coat Ceremony. He's going to welcome you and also to provide us with the history and the significance of the white coats that you're going to get today. So thank you, Dr. Frazier.
So it's my honor to bring a welcome on behalf of Dean Carole LaFay. She would be here, guaranteed that she would be here, if it wasn't for a significant family issue that she has to attend to directly. So, but she did send some remarks and thoughts that I'm going to share with you now on her behalf. Today is a great day for the Dental College of Georgia. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 19th annual White Coat Ceremony. Traditionally, this ceremony is held at the beginning of the sophomore year before students have their first patient encounters. This class indicated that it wanted to delay the ceremony until it was possible to hold it in person and in a more traditional venue. Great decision, class. It's wonderful to be able to gather in person and to see your unmasked, smiling faces and to be able to celebrate this special event together with your family and friends. I would like to echo my thanks to all of those that have already been thanked, and especially Dr. Carole Hanes, the longtime Student Affairs Dean, the longest serving Student Affairs Dean, I think, in the history of this dental school, and Professor Emeritus of Pediatric Dentistry. So, Carole, thank you for stepping up and filling in. And I want to also thank the faculty, just a few of which are represented here this morning. We still have business as usual back at the school with lectures, with labs, with clinics, but I'm very grateful to all of them, and especially those that were able to carve time out to be here this morning. So would you please stand so we could acknowledge and thank you. Students, you're preparing to enter the profession of dentistry at an exciting time. We're witnessing firsthand the transition from analog or conventional to digital dentistry. The DCG received a significant financial investment in digital dentistry from senior administration. Thank you, President Keel, for that investment, and it will go a long way in speeding up the pace of our transition to a fully integrated digital dentistry program, and we are deeply appreciative of that support. Although the DCG celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2019, today marks the 6th time that the DCG seal appears on a white coat. The DCG is one of only 2 colleges AU colleges that has its own unique seal. It was developed after we adopted our new name as the Dental College of Georgia as a collaborative effort among many faculty and students and alumni. I'd like to share a little bit about the symbolism of that seal that's on the front of your program. The torch in the center represents education and research. The light of the torch is a focal point of the seal, just as education and research are among the highest priorities of the Augusta University mission. The serpent encircling the torch is a variation of the symbol of Asclepius, the Greco-Roman god of healing. The Greek columns and pediment of the old Medical College of Georgia are placed at the base of the seal, representing the heritage of the Health Sciences campus that started with what was known as the Medical Academy of Georgia in 1828. The 2 branches with leaves on either side of the torch are juniper leaves, and they're known for their culinary and medicinal properties, and they're frequently used in various rituals. The fact that there are 32 leaves represents the number of teeth in the permanent adult dentition. There are 8 sundial markings around the perimeter of the seal that represent each of the college's 8 advanced education or residency programs. And finally, 1969 represents the founding year of the Dental College of Georgia. This ceremony marks a significant transition in your dental education from the preclinical, didactic, and technical aspects to the clinical phase, including the art of healing the patients that you will be trusted with for their care. Instead of treating mannequins, you'll have the privilege of providing compassionate care to patients. Augusta University is a pioneer in patient and family-centered care, an approach that removes barriers to collaborative partnerships between healthcare providers, patients, and their families. So the theme of this ceremony aligns very nicely with that patient and family-centered care tradition. Today, as Dr. Hanes, well, maybe you didn't mention it, but I get to mention it, which you'll find in the pockets of your coat, is a note from the dean containing a quote on overcoming challenges and becoming successful that was selected with you in mind, co-sponsored by various alumni. It's my hope that when you're challenged, when times get tough, you reflect on these words and find encouragement and keep your eye on the prize, hooding and commencement in just 2 short years for this class. So I share your excitement today and look forward to this ceremony on behalf of the faculty and staff at the Dental College of Georgia. Congratulations, students. And so now I'm going to share a few thoughts from me. Dr. Arnold Gold, a professor of pediatric neurology with New York's Columbia University Medical School for about 50 years, was becoming increasingly concerned that students, residents, and some of his younger colleagues were too focused on the science and technology of medicine while gradually neglecting the doctor-patient relationship as part of the so-called art of medicine. So he started a foundation that supports a variety of programs to encourage the practice of humanistic medicine in healthcare. Its motto is working to keep the care in healthcare. The most famous of these programs is the White Coat Ceremony. Although the very first one occurred at the University of Chicago School of Medicine in 1989, the version that has been emulated by hundreds of health professional schools worldwide and schools and programs worldwide started in 1993 at Columbia by Dr. Gold. A typical ceremony includes the following 6 essential elements, each of which is designed to create an environment that, quote, fosters a psychological contract for preserving professionalism and empathy in medicine. First is including family and friends, because you represent these students' values and support system. Second is a welcome by the dean and other college leaders representing the values of the college and institution. Third is an inspiring address by a clinician role model, representing the values of the profession. Fourth is the cloaking or coding of each student, representing a bonding process with their peers and mentors. Fifth is the students taking an oath or reciting a pledge, a public acknowledgement in front of witnesses to willingly assume the obligations and responsibilities of the profession. And finally, a reception, a celebration of the student's new status following this rite of passage. As you can already tell by looking at the program, this ceremony includes all of these elements and a few more to make this ceremony meaningful and memorable. Although the coat gets top billing in the ceremony, please understand that it's the pledge that you wrote and your willingness not only to recite it, but to sign it that is the single most significant thing that will take place today. If you were to ask Dr. Gold what he thought should be the most significant aspect of any oath or pledge recited at a white coat ceremony, he would likely say it should include a commitment to compassionate care. Compassionate care is just as important as being competent in your skills and knowledge and using ethical principles in your decision-making process when it comes to the health care that you will provide for others. Competence makes you credible, ethics makes you trustworthy, and compassionate care gives the patient confidence that you have their best interest at heart. And this must come from the inside, from your own value system. This is part of the art of the practice of dentistry. I'd like to offer a simple acronym that might help you as you develop your own style of compassionate care by using the word CARE. C is for compassion or concern for others, literally with intense enthusiasm or desire. Compassion literally means with passion. A for approachable or accessible, as in friendly, warm, and easy to talk to. R is for respect, even going so far as to revere others, to admire them in a way that shows that you value them because they are worth valuing. And E is for empathy. You know, when you encounter a patient or a friend or a family member that's going through a tough time, there's 3 levels that you can relate to them. One is understanding, head knowledge. The other is maybe sympathy, where it tugs on your heartstrings a little bit. But the ultimate is empathy, where you can literally draw upon an experience that is identical to what they're going through, and to literally go back into that time and that experience where it's almost as if you're in their skin. And when you can do that, patients will perceive a level of authenticity that is unmatched. So, care, literally. This ceremony is part of the rite of passage into our profession, and while the timing gives us a chance to celebrate all of your dental school achievements to date, it's really not about what you have done, but what you are about to do through the rest of your time in school, and especially after you graduate. Today, you'll be hearing about professionalism, ethics, collegiality, and the practice of dentistry from different perspectives. For a different perspective, I want to read a letter from one of your white coats. That coat wishes to remain anonymous, but I confirmed that it represents the collective sentiments of all those coats. Dear colleague, just like all the other new white coats purchased for this ceremony, I want you to know that I'm ready to join you as you start your professional career. As we begin this journey together, I want to make sure that you understand my role by describing what I am, and more importantly, what I am not. First, a summary of my shortcomings, so your expectations will be realistic. I offer no special powers, have no unique function or app, have no built-in data bank, and I have no soul. Therefore, I'll never make a diagnosis, render any treatment, or comfort any patients in times of stress or grief. Ultimately, I'm just a garment, 65% polyester, 35% cotton, plain white and completely unremarkable except for the DCG patch and your name and college affiliation embroidered on the front. In spite of these limitations, I believe I offer enough value to justify my role as your partner in this new phase of your life as an oral health care provider. My most obvious function is for protection or as a barrier to keep your street clothes clean in clinics or labs, or your scrubs isolated in non-clinical areas. I'm also a uniform. My standard stereotypical appearance enables others to readily identify us as a member of a healthcare team, in this case, a dental professional. Ultimately, my most important value is symbolic, since I have traditionally represented biomedical knowledge, clinical competence, ethics, and compassionate care. I'm honored to be associated with these professional traits, but I cannot claim any credit for establishing or promoting them, and neither can you, at least not yet. So this is our challenge, to jointly be the best we can be for our patients, colleagues, institution, and especially our profession. Why? Because a health profession's reputation and integrity forms the basis of trust upon which society grants it the power and the privilege to serve the public. This is a social contract, renewable as long as we continue to be worthy stewards of this awesome responsibility. Finally, I don't think my white color is a coincidence. Tradition says it's the color of purity or antisepsis, but I believe the white represents an empty canvas waiting for you to fill it with the evidence of your professionalism throughout your career. As I indicated earlier, I'm ready to get started. Are you? Forgive me. Are you? Sorry about that, guys. Respectfully, your white coat. Not bad for a garment. And isn't it nice to know that you don't have to make this journey on your own? So, class of 2024, we hope that the symbolism and rituals of this ceremony serve to remind us of our professional obligations since, and I quote, "Nothing strengthens the judgment and quickens the conscience like individual responsibility," close quote. And that's from the American suffragist and women's rights champion, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So on behalf of me and your white coats, congratulations to you and your families, and best wishes for a long and satisfying career.
Thank you, Dr. Frazier. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Brad Greenway. Dr. Greenway is the regent for the District 5 for the International College of Dentists. He is also a practicing dentist in the Atlanta area, and he is here today with his wife, Joanne. Oh, there you go. Recently retired. Good for you. Good for you. He will bring greetings from the International College of Dentists and will introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Bashan. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Carol. Congratulations, students. Embrace today because it's truly a milestone in your career, so enjoy today. It's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Bashan, your keynote speaker. Dr. William R. Bashan currently serves as the Associate Professor in the Department of Restorative Sciences here at the Dental College of Georgia. He has served in that position since September 1, 2013. Prior to that, he served 34 years on active duty in the U.S. Army Dental Corps and retired as colonel in 2013. Dr. Bashan is a native of Superior, Wisconsin. He completed undergraduate school at St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota, and then went on to dental school at Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dr. Bashan completed a general practice residency and an advanced education in general dentistry, two different programs, each a year apart. He also served in a variety of positions in the U.S. Army Dental Corps, including command and teaching roles. Dr. Bashan is a board certified in comprehensive dentistry by the American Board of General Dentistry. He is a member of the Academy of General Dentistry, the American Dental Association, the Georgia Dental Association, and the American Dental Education Association. He has earned mastership in the Academy of General Dentistry and is a fellow in the International College of Dentists, the American College of Dentists, and the Pierre Fauchard Academy. Dr. Bashan currently serves as the Interim Director of Advanced Education in the General Dentistry Program at the Dental College of Georgia. Please welcome Dr. Bashan.
Well, good morning, everybody, and Juan, a happy birthday. Great day to have a birthday. On the way in this morning to work, I heard a little brief snippet on the radio from Zig Ziglar, a motivational speaker, and for giving public addresses, he said the 3 B's: be brief, be sincere, and be seated. So I'm going to try to live up to Zig's advice. although Kevin kind of raised the bar high about an inspiring address, so I hope to reach that bar too, Kevin. I'd like to welcome everybody to today's ceremony. President Keel, thanks for coming. Great to have you here. Zach and Elizabeth, and glad you guys could make it as well. Special welcome to the class of 2024. Glad to have you here as well. And family and friends, I'd like to welcome you to today's white coat ceremony. I guess if you have white coat syndrome, today's not a good day for you. But you can rest easy, because that's what we always try to say in our profession. I do want to let the family members know a little bit about what it took to get to this point, how this class got exactly to the point that they're here today. To the class, just think about where you were a little over 2 years ago. Maybe an undergraduate college, finishing it up, maybe finishing graduate school, or working in a job somewhere. Wherever you were was the height of the pandemic, and I'm sure that whatever you're doing was altered or interrupted somehow. But you had not yet started on the road to becoming a dentist, and very few of you had any idea what a wax spatula or a cleoid discoid was. And now, 24 months later, you could wield those instruments like a pro, which I'm sure you can. I want to take a few minutes to share with our family members some of the challenges you faced to get to this point and give them some level of confidence that we do know what we're doing by now unleashing you on the public. After all, I suspect we're going to see Mom and Dad and a few others in the audience here in the junior clinic chairs quite soon. So to let some level of confidence to the family members, they're going to be ready, I can guarantee that. There are a host of challenges to overcome in pre-clinic in order to be ready to work in clinic. One of the more vexing problems is working with a mirror, which I know you all understand. This may seem like a simple thing to do, but trust me, it rarely comes natural for anyone. For those of you who have ever tried to back up a trailer, you know what I mean. I have tried to back up a trailer a lot of times, but any time I try, it's like a big mystery to me. Trailer goes the opposite way that I think it should go. Now, luckily, I don't have to master backing up a trailer for my profession, but I did have to master using a mirror. And although it was a challenge at first, it became second nature after a while. And class, if you're not comfortable with it yet, rest assured it will get better over time. For the last 24 months, the students have worked in the sim lab up on the simulation lab on the 3rd floor, mastering the skills necessary to become a dentist. Now, we can do a lot of things teaching virtually, which we've had to do over the last couple of years, but one thing we can't virtually teach and practice is the hand skills it takes to become a dentist. So what I want to briefly do is introduce many of you in the audience to Bob, which is kind of the subtitle of my speech this morning. Most of the faculty know Bob, and I know the students are very familiar with Bob. Bob happens to be a dummy in the truest sense of the word. He is a mannequin that we use in the sim lab to simulate working on a patient. It helps the student practice proper positioning and ergonomics of working on a real patient. There are a few things about Bob that make him unique, though. He has no cheeks, no tongue, no lips, no saliva. He's always numb, never late for an appointment, and never says a peep about anything. He's just the perfect patient, I think. He's not afraid of us either. I understand that some people are actually afraid of coming to see us, but not Bob. He's always there. But as you can imagine, real people bring a lot more to their appointment. They have those lips and tongues and cheeks and saliva that Bob lacked. And they all provide a bit of a challenge to work around. But patients bring a lot more as well. Patients can bring anxiety, fear, nervousness. They can arrive in pain, and a lot of times they'll bring all sorts of issues that have nothing to do with dentistry, but they bring them to that appointment. Child care issues, financial issues, family issues. We don't expect you to be counselors. That's one of the things we unfortunately can't teach on Bob, but it's one of the most important things to learn, develop, and master as you transition into clinic. Now, your generation has probably rightly been described as being very tech savvy. It's very helpful because dentistry is becoming more high-tech all the time. But it also remains a very high-touch profession. We lay our hands on every single one of our patients, and that is not a skill that you may not be, or it is a skill that you may not be as comfortable with now, but it will be critical to achieving success in this field. And that's what your white coat symbolizes as you move from treating Bob to treating Joe or Alice or anybody else in this audience, other than that mannequin. I'll tell you, there's nothing like looking at a reconstructed smile that you just fixed for someone, or maybe seeing someone smile for the first time in a long time because now they have a tooth rather than a space up in the front. I'm going to close today with highlighting some of the principles of the American College of Dentists, the organization I'm representing today. The 4 pillars of our profession are excellence, ethics, professionalism, and leadership. You can't help but succeed if you focus on continually striving for excellence, treating patients ethically, demonstrating professionalism in all you do, and finding that leadership potential that lies deep within. One last note of advice to our newest colleagues. One thing I noticed while covering students in the sim lab was how far they would turn the neck on that poor mannequin. Now, be advised that a lot of those turns are not compatible with human life, so you can't turn your patients like you did Bob. So Bob just sat there and took it. I don't think your patients will. They're going to have something to say about it. So to the parents, siblings, spouses, and friends, congratulations in your part on this journey as well. We look forward to seeing you in clinic very soon. And if they start to turn your neck too far, let them know, please. And to the class of 2024, congratulations and welcome to our profession.
Thank you, Dr. Greenway and Dr. Bashan, very much. It's now time to present the white coats. I'd like to ask Mr. Carter and Ms. Patel to assist in the presentation of the coats. Drs. Frazier and Bashan will congratulate the students. And please, when you're with Dr. Frazier and Dr. Bashan, pause for a moment so that the photographer has time to get the pictures. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? Oh, Dr. Robinson. Dr. Robinson, our 2022 Distinguished Alumna, will assist the students in signing of the pledge. And Dr. Zachary Powell, the current Georgia Dental Association president, will congratulate you as you exit the stage. So we got all our actors in place. How about that? Mm-hmm. And now, Dr. Frazier preempted me, but I'm going to remind you that in the pocket of your white coat, each student will find a special message from Dr. Lefebvre and the Alumni Association. Some of these notes contain lessons learned, some of them contain words of encouragement, and even more of them contain words of congratulations. Each and every note lets you know that you are supported by the Dean and the Dental College of Georgia faculty. The DCG family believes in each and every one of you and the great dentists that you will become. Are we ready to begin? Rose Afzar. Maria Ahmed. Dion Achenbar. Miranda Avakian Fletcher. Ryan Bayer. Jacob Bass. Isabella Vitalis. Shiv Bhakta. Pari Bhatt. Nick Brodak. Lauren Burgess. William Cow. Teresa Cherkiara. Lee Chapman. Drake Childress. Travia Clemens. Braden Kleinbell. Kendall Cook. John Corbett. Keith Scott Crawford, Jr. Wana Krishnan. Anna Foster Crow. Cameron Cushing. Tyler Day. Sarah Dickinson. Jenny Dominguez. Austin Doyle. Sam Dromsky. Lisa Young. Corey Eisner. Alec Feliciano. Joanna Foley. Dakota Garber. Tori Gaw. Garrett Gomez. Joshua Greenway. Rob Griffith. Chandler Grove. Bowen Halverson. Mureed Hamdani. Kara Hester. Helen Ho. Jian Hong. Christopher Howard. Samuel Jackson. Gracelyn Jones. Rosalind Joseph. Beta Karga. Elizabeth Keller. Min Seung Kim. Gray King. Reese King. Anjana Krishnan. Robert London. John Lowry. Kyle Manross. Thomas Marchman. Caroline Marlin. Matthew McMillan. Abby Mincy. Tori Neat. Carolyn Neumeister. Jennifer Nguyen. Emily Nguyen Phan. Mo Yen Park. Dhruvi Patel. Simran Patel. Tejal Patel. Philip Prince. John Ratchford. Diana Roush. Kimberly Robinson Clough. Karina Rojanaraj. Drew Sanders. Rhea Shaw. Dalton Searcy. Ryan Smith. Christina Sun. Hidrul Suthar. Michelle Tang. Ashley Tomlinson. Kathy Tran. Lena Tran. Jason Tsai. Macy Unruh. David Watson. Tanner Weeks. Nicole Wijaja. Lexi Willis. Miles Woodard. Shannon Zaraj. Zaraj. Tigerwin Yang. Awaj Yassine. How about a round of applause for all of our newly coded? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Now, if the class of 2024 would please rise. Mr. Robert London, president of the class, will lead the class in their pledge. Students, please read the pledge with your president.
Class of 2024 makes this pledge.
You may be seated. Remember, you wrote that yourselves. I challenge each of you, whether you have been a dentist for many years or just received your white coat today, to take the words of this special pledge to heart and to serve each patient with the competence, compassion, and respect to which they are entitled. Thank you. I would now like to ask those presiding over this ceremony, join me at the pledge podium to recognize acceptance of this class pledge with your own signature. So that's Dr. Frazier, Dr. Bashan, Dr. Greenway, and Dr. Robinson. Please come sign the pledge, if you will. Not really, but no. Thank you. And now I want to thank all of you for joining us today for this ceremony. Would the class of 2024 please meet on the back steps for a group photo before joining your family members for the reception in the lobby. Audience, would you please remain seated until the class is recessed? Thanks to all of you for a beautiful ceremony.